Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I am Mike Briggs, the host of the show. I'm sitting in for Carol Love Forbes, who's out for a couple of weeks, and she'll be back. And what we do every day here in the show is called Authors and Artists, and we talk to authors and artists from around the world. We used to just be a little local show, but because of COVID, we had to stop having guests for a while. So we learned this miracle thing called Zoom. And now we're talking to artists and authors all over the world, especially authors. We love to talk to our authors and appreciate them very much. Now, today we have a special guest, Lilia Fernandez. Welcome, Lilia. Welcome to Central Valley Talk.
Thank you so much for having me on your show today. Thank you.
Yeah. We love authors. And by the way, I'm going to say this, congratulations, because as we like to say, anybody could write a book, but very few people can finish writing a book and then get it published and get it out there. So I didn't realize how much work it is from even after you've written the book to get it published.
Yes, it is a long process, but it all starts, like you said, you start it, but for me, the end goal was to finish that book because it was a dream that I wanted to accomplish for myself.
Now, I tell our bookers, people who book our shows for us, I said, go find me people who are interesting. And they found your book is different because it's kind of interactive. Is that how you would call that?
Yes, you could say it's interactive. I have some exercises that not only children can apply, but families can apply in their own, life, on everyday life. So yes, I do make it interactive.
By the way, there's a cover of the book, which is just beautiful. Who did the cover?
So my publishing company they have their own illustrators. And so they asked me, what do you want on the book cover? What do you want it to show on there? And so I gave them the feedback of what I wanted. And then they just, they did illustrations. They sent it back to me for my approval. And once I saw that I liked it, I went ahead and approved it. So
wow, it's good. They did a good job. Well, just tell us about the book. What's the idea behind the book, and what's it trying to accomplish?
So this dream that I had here was, so I'm an educator as well. I work with students. And when I first started in education, one of my dreams was to write a book. But, you start, your life just goes on, you continue, and you forget about what your goals are because you're so involved in your daily routines. But then when COVID hit, my dream came back even stronger. I wanted to write a book because I had seen so many students at a very early age lose motivation, they didn't find a purpose of going to school or just they just lose motivation. So during COVID, I thought I really want to write a book that will send a message, not only to children, to students, to my own daughters, that anything is possible in life. So that I just asked, what should my book be about? And I just threw the question out, and I kid you not, a week later, the whole script of my book came to my mind, and I just started writing. Wow. So it's more of a motivational book, not only, like I said, for kids, but also for families to know that whatever you dream of, it's possible. It all has to do with your mindset.
Well, that's a great story. How the book just the whole thing finally just came clear to you.
Yes, it did.
I'm going to click on a couple of these pages. First of all, it has some page with some words, like encouraging words. It said, be happy, be grateful, love others, etc.
Yes. So my purpose there is, so as I was writing my book, I really wanted the families and children that are reading this book to know that whatever they think about on a daily basis is what we attract. That's what becomes, right? But for that to happen, we have to be nice people. We've got to be kind to others. We have to love others. We have to serve others so that good things come to us.
Right. Now I got a page up where I guess the reader gets to fill in some blanks.
Yeah. So what I also included, there are some exercises because I noticed that a lot of our children coming to school are coming in with a lot of anxiety, fears, stress at a very, very young age. And I thought, this can't happen. They're too young to be feeling these emotions. So during COVID, I did a lot of work myself on myself, and it really worked. So what I included in there was some having them breathe, doing some breathing exercises on their own, so they can do thinking of things that make them happy whenever they're feeling sad, and that way they can fill in that for themselves.
Well, I tell you, I had a lot of trouble getting my kids to read. I mean, it's a constant struggle, but a book where they get to interact, I like that. A book that gives them some things to, breathe and stuff. I think that'd be a very attractive. What age is this book for?
You know what? I wrote this book for like a middle age, anywhere between 8 and above. Okay. I've had really good feedback from even adults.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to get this book because I like what I saw.
Yes, so even adults have been, given me good feedback that it's something that they really enjoy, and the children, I read it to my students in school and other people that I know that have read it to their kids, and they really like the message.
That's good. Yeah, everybody should get this book. I know at 8, but even before, get it in the house and be ready, and you'll know when it's time to break it out for your kid. Where can people find this book?
So my book is available on Amazon as well as Barnes & Noble and through my publishing company, which is Dorrance Publishing. So it's available in different places.
By the way, I put your Instagram up on the screen. I hope that's okay. And let's make sure I have it right. It's LP Fernandez _ and then the title of the book, Paint a Picture. No spaces. Well, people who use Instagram, they know how to find it. LP Fernandez _ Paint a Picture.
Yes, that is my Instagram. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out.
I love when I can reach out to an author when I'm reading their book. That's pretty exciting that you're that public with what you do. We appreciate that. Now, did you write this during COVID, or were you inspired by COVID? What did COVID have to do with your book?
So I think I always had that dream of writing a book, but during COVID, that dream really came back. But I didn't have a message. I did not have a message or anything. What happened was during COVID, I think to me, it was like a blessing in disguise, because I started realizing, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, we get so involved in our daily routine. We get so involved in just creating bad habits with ourselves and thinking, oh my goodness, there's got to be more than just going to work, coming home and doing this and doing that. So I started working on myself, just becoming a better person. So I started listening to a lot of audios, podcasts, and things like that. Yeah. And I just thought, wow, like, I've got to have a positive message written in my book. And again, that's when I just said, what should my message be about? And I threw out that question to the universe, and it just answered me right back.
Came back big time.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I really appreciate you coming on the show, and so we can let our viewers know, our worldwide viewers know about your book. And it's called Paint a Picture. I saw it for maybe 5th or 6th graders, but you're saying a lot of people could benefit and enjoy this. And it's very well done, very well organized. The cover is beautiful, and I appreciate it very much. Anything else you want our viewers to know, Lilia?
My final message would be that it's never late to dream and go after that dream. Okay. That, at my age, I had that dream. I have another book coming out hopefully soon. Okay. So I'm just going to continue with what, dreams that I have. So never give up on yourself. And if you don't give up on yourself, the kids will see that, your children, your kids will see that, and they won't give up on themselves as well.
That's a wonderful message. Now, I want to get you back in a month or so, maybe before you finish the other book, because we like to, there's a lot of people who are writing books who watch our show saying, how did they get that done? I like to talk to you about your process, whether you sit down for 2 hours a day or how disciplined you are, or if it just comes to you and flows out. We find that fascinating. So, Lilia Fernandez. By the way, can we tell our viewers where you are?
Sure. I'm in a little town called Delhi. So a lot of people make fun of it, because when you're driving down, going north down 99, if you blink, they say you will miss it.
You'll miss
because
Delhi.
It's tiny. Yes, so it's a small little town, Delhi.
Yeah, and for our viewers around the world, that's in the Central Valley. San Joaquin Valley, or whatever you call this whole giant valley, near kind of Modesto, south of Sacramento, I think, north of Fresno. But Delhi is always worth the visit.
Yes, yes. So great things can happen even in little places like Little Delhi.
All righty. Thank you very much, Lilia. Fascinating to hear your process and that how the book came into your mind and you dreamed it and it became a reality. That's a great message for everyone watching.
Yes, thank you so much, Mike, for having me on your show.
All right,
Really
we'll talk to you
appreciate it.
again next time. And I'm
Sure.
Mike Briggs. We'll be right back with more authors right after this.
Good afternoon.